I met Roy at a networking event. Okay, it was a meetup. All right, it was a meetup for singles who like to drink, which, judging by the appearances of everybody there, means old, overweight, and with no sense of style. My friend Meredith and I were the best looking people in the room by about a mile. If you think I'm a 10, awesome, you've had enough to drink. But wherever you think I am on the scale, just realize that everybody else was way down here. And then, across the room, a beacon of hope. Two guys standing together who were not Brad Pitt or Hugh Jackman, but they would do. They were wearing clothes made post-1970, could still see their toes past their bellies, and wouldn't remember where they were the day Kennedy was shot. We were in business. Like the only Democrats lost at a Republican conference, we gravitated towards each other and started talking. Meredith got the one guy's number, and I gave mine to Roy. Roy and I had our first date over burgers. The fact that I ordered a burger instead of, say, a salad seemed like a ploy to him. Like I was playing at not caring about what I was eating on a first date. I don't play games, though. I just love a good burger. At the end of the date, Roy asked me to guess how old he was, which was awkward. I'm terrible with ages, and I didn't want to insult him. He looked like he was in his 40s, so I figured I'd play it safe and say, 35? He said, no, really. So I said, 39? We played the guessing game a little longer, but he told me he'd only give me the answer on our next date. I had a good time on the first date. I wasn't blown away, but I had fun, so we met for the second date. I found out how old he was. 3 years younger than me. Yeah. How was I supposed to know he was a not-so-in-shape 29-year-old instead of a well-preserved 40-something? We laughed about it and moved on, but he was convinced I had just been playing him. 6 months later, we were still dating, just dating. It was always fun. He was nice, made good money, made me laugh. When we hung out with my family, my nieces called him Uncle Roy, and he made them laugh, and he was great with them. And then my belly started making this ticking sound, and I remembered that I was over 30. We had the talk. We should be exclusive or we should break up. He said, I like my freedom. I said, you never date anyone else. I'm the only one dating other people. He said, I just like to keep my options open. It was infuriating. I was the one with options, not him, but he didn't want to commit. So I said, fine, let's break up. He thought I was playing a game, but I don't play games. He didn't want to break up, so we stopped seeing other people. There was nothing wrong with our relationship, like we never had a fight, we got along great, we had the same sense of humor, and every time we hung out, we had a good time. 6 months later, we were still dating. I got to thinking. I was better looking than him, made him laugh, put up with his crappy hours at work. It infuriated me that he wasn't pushing for a commitment. I thought it was time for another talk. We should move in together or we should break up. He said, I don't think I'm ready for that. I said, fine, then we should break up. He didn't want to break up, so he said, no, let's move in together. And that's when things changed. It was like one of those scenes in Bugs Bunny where Bugs is arguing with Elmer Fudd. Elmer says, get in the cauldron. Bugs says, no. Elmer says, yes. Bugs says, no. Elmer says, yes. Then Bugs says, yes, and Elmer says, no, and everything's flipped around. As soon as Roy said, okay, let's move in together, I thought, shit. I don't want that. And then I was saying, no, we should take our time and think about it. But he had outplayed me. Well, you can rent out your townhouse and move in with me. He had it all figured out, and he was ready to commit. And there I was with the ticking belly, but not the pounding heart. I had played at pushing him away, and he had played at not being in love. It was my move. I told him we should break up. He still thought I was playing a game. He said, "Are you trying to protect me? Are you dying and don't want me to know?" I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Are you crazy?" And I said, "No, I'm not. I'm sorry." He came by my house a few days later to return my stuff. He asked if we could go for a walk. We're in the woods behind my house when he said, "You win." He got down on one knee and held out a diamond ring. He said, "I am in love with you. I'm sorry I made you wait, but I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you." I started crying. I was sobbing. This was not what I had wanted. I said, "I'm sorry, I can't marry you. I don't love you." At first he thought I was still playing, but when he finally realized I wasn't, he told me I was crazy, and he meant it, and then we were broken up for real this time. He had thought all along that I had been playing a game, and in that moment I realized I had been. I had been trying to make him love me because I thought he should. And in the end, I won.